You have to try these walnut tahini date cookies from my book, Want a Date, available now in the plant-based bundle. Hi everyone, so I'm very excited to announce that starting today, Friday, June 6th, the plant-based bundle is available now until Sunday, June 15th. So if you don't know what the plant-based bundle is, I will give you a little summary. It's basically a collection of over 80 ebooks, courses, and guides. And it's only available for 10 days. It only comes around a couple times a year. And it's a collection of, it's all plant-based, it's all vegan, and it's all focused on health. So there's chefs, there's recipe developers, there's fitness influencers, all types of amazing creators in there that come together for 10 days at a time to bundle all of their books and courses and guides. And because of that, we're able to offer it at such a low price of just $50. Now, if you were to buy everything separately that's in this bundle, it would cost over $2,700. My book, Want a Date, is available in this bundle. It's a brand new book, and it's called Want a Date because it's a book focused all on dates and date sweetened treats, and very easy. They're all no bake. Most of them are completely raw vegan and very minimal ingredients. As I will show you, one of the recipes today is only 3 ingredients, 4 if you count a pinch of salt, but very, very simple. And I like showing people through my recipes that you can still enjoy tasty treats that are, you know, made with whole food ingredients that take hardly any time to make and taste amazing. And they also are filled with nutrients and fiber and no refined sugar and all the crap that you would find in store-bought, you know, cookies and treats and things like that. I'm super excited to I'm grateful to be a part of it alongside some amazing creators. Chef AJ's in there, Jillian Berry's in there, Derek from Simnet Nutrition, Lissa from Raw Food Romance, and Nate from Raw Natty is in there. There's just so many amazing creators, and I'm just so inspired by all these people and have been for years. So it's really awesome to be a part of it with my contribution. So let's get into this recipe. It's very, as you'll see, it's very simple and easy to make. So these are my walnut tahini date cookies, and they're no bake. And from the name, you can guess the ingredients are dates, walnuts, and tahini, and then a pinch of sea salt, just to bring out more of the flavors. So let's start with the dates here. I'm gonna add them, and I will say my book in particular, most of the recipes in there, you will need a food processor to make those. There are some that you can make without a food processor and just a blender or just a bowl. But most of them in there, because I am using dates in all the recipes, food processor really does come in handy for that. So we have our dates, and then we have our walnuts. And we're gonna do just a pinch of some sea salt. And then I have some raw tahini. And like I said, most of the recipes actually are completely raw. And there's books on juicing and smoothies, which is great for any time, but especially during the summertime. I wish I would have had something like this when I first started changing my diet and lifestyle and getting healthier and trying new recipes and trying to figure out kind of what to do in the kitchen. And this would have been so beneficial because it's not just recipes, but just the recipe books in there are, you know, there's vegan comfort food, there's juices and smoothies, there's raw food books, there's vegan desserts like mine, and there's a few other solely just vegan treat books in there. But aside from just the recipes, there's also workout guides, there's meal plans, there's, you know, stuff to help with if you're a busy parent, there's books in there on that. So there's definitely something in there for everyone to benefit from. Like I said, it's all new content. So if you have got it before, it's completely different this time. And it's on over $2,700 value for only $50. And it's just really awesome to be able to be a part of it. And it's truly something that I believe in. I'm not someone that feels comfortable, you know, pushing things or trying to sell things that I don't personally believe in and think will actually benefit people. But I truly do. Before I was in the bundle years ago, I bought the bundle a couple times and I found it really useful back then. And I'm just so grateful to now be a part of it with my my book's in there. Whether you are vegan, vegetarian, you know, high plant-based for the most part, if you are just curious and want to start incorporating more plant-based foods and meals and recipes into your life, if you're you want to get more into juicing and you want some ideas on recipes and just tips for that, if you want to start meal prepping and you just want to eat more whole foods and just add more diversity into your diet, like there's books in there on that. If you're an athlete or you are into working out, but you are also either vegan or wanting to go vegan, there's books in there on how to build muscle, because we know that's a misconception for sure that, you know, you can't build muscle as a vegan. Plants don't have enough protein. So you'll see what I mean when you go to the page. That's definitely not the case. And there's books in there on that to help, you know, give you ideas on how to structure your lifestyle if you are trying to gain muscle and the foods to eat and, you know, things like that. So definitely check it out. I'll leave the link in the description. So back to the recipe. So I've added in the dates, the walnuts, the tahini, and a little bit of salt. So now I'm just going to pulse it up and we'll go from there. Okay, so I just pulsed it, processed it for a couple minutes, and I had to, you might have to stop it and like scrape down the sides a little bit, but this is kind of the consistency that you're looking for. You want to make sure it sticks together really well. I have a little cookie scoop here, and I'm just going to scoop them out, and I'll kind of roll them into balls, and then I will flatten them out into like a flat cookie shape, because obviously these are no bake. So I'm just gonna kind of flatten it out with my hand here. And then these will go in the freezer for, it's kind of personal preference. I like them a little more like, not frozen, but just after they are in the freezer for probably a couple hours at least. I mean, you can pop them in for just like 20-30 minutes and they're still really good. I just prefer the texture, and I think they're best kept definitely in the fridge or the freezer. All right, so here they are. I'm gonna put them in the freezer and let them set for maybe a couple hours, but like I said, you can do it for just, you know, 20-30 minutes and they're great like that as well. So yeah, the plant-based bundle is available through June 15th. $50, over $2,700 value. Cannot beat that. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to comment and I will answer any questions, or you can send me a message on Instagram and I'm happy to answer any questions you have about the bundle or my book or the products in there or anything food and wellness related.